15 points last outing. Wants to get it to Reed and does.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Portis will function as the pivot with Antetokounmpo by his side. Jaden Ivey is out there with Terry Rozier. And it's Rollins in at the small forward position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And Greg, the way the floor is spaced now, how much would you enjoy playing in this current environment?
I'm lacing up my kicks as you say that. It would have been a lot of fun. But not only do you have more room to operate, defenders practically, they can't touch it.
It's tipped. Oh, here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
So fun to see Giannis in space with the ball like that. Well, fun for his team.
It's LeVert on the wing. Pass to Holland. Here's Jenkins. No good with the triple. Bucks trail by 3. Antetokounmpo passes to Ivey. Back to Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Jenkins. Antetokounmpo, no good. Detroit's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Here's LeVert. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
To the paint. There's Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Plenty of power behind that move from Portis. He likes hammering it down with as much authority as possible.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pistons.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
Free throw good, Portis.
Well, really, Bobby Portis is a key big for this team. He hits threes to stretch the floor, scores at a high clip, plus Bobby is a great rebounder.
Now here's LeVert. He has 5. Here's Reed. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Giannis Antetokounmpo is embracing his emotional leadership role. He said, before I was really serious and quiet, now I'm more vocal, smiling, having fun. It carries over. I love to lead by example, but I know that my voice carries a lot of weight. Back to you.
It sure does. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That sets off a 5-game tour for them.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And Terry Rozier, a combustible scorer coach who competes on the defensive end of the floor as well.
Great point, Kevin. I mean, Terry Rozier really made his career at the defensive end of the floor. He developed as an offensive player over time in the league, but he made his name and got his playing time based on what he did defensively.
The Bucks making a change here. Kuzma's checked in, and the Pistons making a change here as well. Stewart's checked in. Now here's Jenkins, covered by Rollins. LeVert kicks to Holland. Here's Jenkins. Detroit, no good that time either.
Now, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
And Portis throws it down.
Yeah, when a guy like Portis is rolling, it helps everyone. His aggression on offense spreads to others.
Now here's Jenkins. 12 points his last outing. Good on the three-point shot. Jenkins got 5 points now this quarter. This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
The wide-open look here for Kuzma. Offensive rebound. Giannis kicks to Rozier. 6 on the shot clock. Right side, Portis. Tries again. He lays it in. Portis has got 14.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The Pistons working the ball around now. Here's Sasser. Rozier defending. Stewart misses. Milwaukee in the lead. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Guarded by Stewart. Rozier looking around. Here's Portis. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. The shot by Rollins no good. Detroit has gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 11 points in the game.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Kuzma outside. Pass to Giannis. Outside Portis. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Detroit's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Back to Kuzma. Here's Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Oh, nice read from Kuzma. Really good at finding the open teammate.
And Detroit has possession. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
Well, possible. Every year brings something new. This first meeting should tell us a lot.
Now, here's Rozier. Still without a basket. Here's Antetokounmpo. Screen by Giannis. Shoots over Holland. No good off the back of the rim. The Pistons have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. Pass to Jenkins. To the middle. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Portis. To the inside. Here's Rollins. That's good. And it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 3 assists now in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Nice shot by Portis.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's LeVert. He's got 5. Stewart with the screen on Kuzma. Pass to Sasser. 5 on the clock. Detroit, no good that time either.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Portis kicks to Kuzma. Now here's Giannis. Defense is right there. Giannis says, get off me!
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Pass to LeVert. Back to Sasser. It's 2-on-1. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Wow, Giannis. That is ridiculous.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Pistons trail by 8. 124 left to play here in the half.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Porzingis is checked in for Portis. Robinson's checked in for the Pistons. And we get a break in the action. Let's check out the leaders in steals. You take a look at Howland. Opposing teams always need to know where he is on the court.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
1:12 left in the first half. Here's Giannis. The kick out to Rozier. Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebound by the Pistons. Howland's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Zasser. LeVert from outside. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Now it's just a 3-point Milwaukee lead. 40 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Antetokounmpo. Porzingis. Detroit with the rebound, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
And missed free throws are killers, especially when you consider how many they miss. Hopefully, they stay late to practice after that one.
And how about the recognition there from LeVert? Coaching staff will appreciate that kind of ball movement.
And it's Giannis missing. Outside Robinson. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. What a performance for Bobby Portis. He has been the story so far for the Milwaukee Bucks. They kept going to him again and again. And he delivered with a monster quarter. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Doc, as this team continues to develop, what's going to be most critical to really taking your play to the next level?
Continuity offensively, and then being on the same page defensively. We have so much left. If we can get on the same page defensively, we can be really good.
The more reps, the better. Thanks, Coach.
Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the third quarter right after this halftime break.
Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The Detroit Pistons finding themselves in a closely contested game.
At the defensive end, I'm not seeing disruption. I don't mean just forced turnovers. I mean taking the offense out of the rhythm.
Yeah, I mean when your opponent is shooting over 50%, a lot else has to go right. And guys, let's take a moment to recognize the top performer for each squad thus far.
You watch them, they have competing styles, man. But the net effect, at least offensively, is very, very similar.
Pretty crazy how easy it is for these guys to score.
They make it look easy, Ernie. It ain't.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
ahead if you're just joining us. We've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Bobby Portis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
And because of that, I expect to see a huge emphasis on ball control moving forward.
The Pistons trailing. You look at the Pistons stand, statistically pretty solid across the board.
Yeah, they're well balanced. They have guys with size, athleticism, skill. You got to give a lot of credit to the front office and these players for their hard work.
Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. Holland is out there with Karis LeVert. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Marcus Sasser. And it's Robinson in a 2-guard. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. And, well, Detroit shooting here about 46% for the game. LeVert the pass to Robinson. Stewart with the screen on Rollins. Pass to Stewart. Shot clock at 6. Here's Sasser. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. LeVert against Kuzma. From past the arc. Drills it from outside. And the Bucks lead by 4.
And proving once again that he has the touch from beyond. Kuzma effective at cashing in there.
Here's Holland. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Pass to Rollins. Giannis a screen on Robinson. Left side, Rozier. Off target from three-point range. Pistons trail by 4. Here's Holland. Now Stewart. Outside Robinson. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Well, 4 failed attempts to start this half. Not what they wanted out of the locker room.
Robinson against Rollins. Pass to Porzingis. Over Stewart. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 7 points.
Well, for Porzingis, that's just easy money. I'd keep going to that until they stop it.
Now, here's Stewart. Headed by Porzingis. Stewart kicks to Robinson. Got a piece of it. Here's Rollins. 6 points for him. Rozier the pass to Rollins. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Sasser. He has 5. Robinson with it, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Rozier the pass to Rollins. There's Giannis. Look out below.
Well, Giannis knew that pass was coming his way, so he's able to get elevated right on time.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. moment now to check out some numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Pass to Sasser. And here's LeVert. Clock at 6. In the corner, it's Robinson. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Down low. And Kuzma slams it in.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, what I like is not only have they been forcing turnovers, they've been capitalizing on those opportunities.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
Free throw good, Stewart.
A 2020 first-round pick. Isaiah Stewart is a load at 6'8", 250. Is very intense. He's a guy you want on your side.
And so he hits both. Bucks leading by 10. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey, thanks a lot. Well, the Bucks want to capitalize on their bigs. Coach Doc Rivers said, one advantage we have is our size, and the slower the game gets, the bigger we get. So taking opponents out of transition, making it a half-court game, allows us to be a big basketball team. Guys?
Leveraging all that size. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. And here's Stewart following Kyle Kuzma's three.
Hey, if Stewart's hitting that, that offense takes on a whole different look.
Outside Rozier. Here's Kuzma. Back to Rozier. 6 to shoot. Out to the wing. A three from Porzingis. Milwaukee the rebound. Inside, here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Just another day at the office for Antetokounmpo. This guy consistently puts up points.
Pass to Stewart. Here's Holland, covered by Giannis. Robinson for three, sinks the triple. Robinson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Pistons.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
And that's a foul. Called on Ron Holland. That's his first foul. Holland's the pass to Kuzma. Now here's Giannis. Just 4 to shoot. Back to Kuzma. The three. That shot off the mark. Pistons trail by 9. And Duncan Robinson, one of the more efficient three-point marksman coach in this league.
Yeah, look, Kevin, Duncan Robinson built his game around his three-point shooting, and the threat of the three has drawn more defensive attention, and Duncan Robinson has learned to make plays for other people based on the defense that he sees a much improved all-around basketball play.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Kuzma. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Pass to LeVert, launches it. Milwaukee with the rebound. The kick out to Rozier. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Rozier's got his first 3 points of the game.
You got to D up Rozier from the corner or you will pay the price.
Back to Sasser. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Robinson misses. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. They lead by 7.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances. Really using his head.
Pass to LeVert. Back to Sasser. Here's Holland, covered by Giannis. Here's Stewart. Porzingis with the block.
A unicorn out there doing what he does on defense, protecting the paint.
Bobby Portis is checked in for the Bucks. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Reedy's checked in for Holland. Just 5 to shoot. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Stewart misses.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Kuzma finds Portis. Lots of room. Count the basket. And it's an 11-point Bucks lead.
Well, listen, Portis certainly doesn't lack confidence off the catch. He feels like he can score anytime down the floor.
Now here's LeVert. He's got 12. And Stewart gets it to go.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Takes a 3. Sasser with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to LeVert. In the corner. Kuzma pulls it in. Milwaukee leading by 8. Portis the screen. Now here's Kuzma. He's covered by Sasser. Here's Rollins. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Another bucket down low. They've been
Pass to Robinson. A 3-ball. Sinks the 3-pointer. Robinson's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, this is Robinson at his best. He can really do damage off the catch.
Outside Rozier. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's LeVert. Robinson for 3. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Rollins. 1:14 left to play in the third. Driving inside.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Bucks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Taking 2 shots.
From Milwaukee, Vucevic checked in for Porzingis. Antetokounmpo comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Jaden Ivey in for Rozier.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And he sinks the second. Pistons trail by 8. And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Pass to Jenkins. Shot clock at 6. No good on the triple.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Here's Ivy. Rebound, Detroit. Reed's got his 5th rebound in this one. It's deflected. Here's Holland. That shot misses. Great D that time from Portis. Ivy on the wing. Takes the 13-footer. Rebound, Detroit.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Moore passes to Jenkins. Right at the free throw line. Not enough on that one as it misses.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And so it's Milwaukee in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. And we'll be right back after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
Yeah, that's great decision-making and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. We've got Bobby Portis. Ivy is out there with Harris, and it's Vucevic, and it's Giannis in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Now, here's Portis in the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
This is why this team loves involving Antetokounmpo in different roles, because the D has no answers for him.
With some arc, the rebound by Ivy. Bucks leading by 10. Antetokounmpo kicks to Ivy. Harris looking it over. Ivy on the wing. Baseline jumper, and that's good for 2. And it's a 12-point Bucks lead.
Too smooth from the mid-range. Defenders can't let Ivy get comfortable from there.
Reed a screen. Pass to Jenkins. Here's Holland, defended by Portis. Reed a screen on Portis. Holland, rebounded by Vucevic.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Ivy with the bucket. Ivy's got the lead up to 14 now for Milwaukee.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Moore outside. Pass to Holland over Harris. Rebound Milwaukee. Giannis has got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. There's the steal. Lets it go with the 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Harris outside. Now Portis. Ivy passes to Vucevic. Harris outside. From the arc, the shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. And the Bucs lead by 17.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
On offense here, the Bucs. They're rolling here with the 9-point run. Nice move. Fires for three. And another three for Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Pistons trail by 20. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Moore against Antetokounmpo. And it's Moore penetrating. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Empowering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by the Bucs.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Stewart's checked in for the Pistons. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by.